away to beat the Arizona Coyotes by a score of 3-2. This was not pretty at all, and it's a good thing they won this game because I would definitely have not been happy. But not to say that everything's okay either. The Rangers, they really can use a break, and they're going to get one soon. Definitely the schedule lightens up quite a bit after this next Vegas game. They play one game in about like 9 or 10 days. So it'll be much needed rest for them. They definitely seem like they're a tired team, and this was not a good game for the Rangers. Coming off a game against Colorado where they, deserved to lose. They played all right. It wasn't like, I would say that this game I felt like they were worse. Again, the Arizona Coyotes are the worst team in the National Hockey League by far. They have like 5 wins in about 27 or so games. Clearly the worst team, any which way you look at it. They have no home crowd. It was basically all Ranger fans there. But the Rangers do get the win. Unfortunately, Artemi Panarin gets hurt. So Panarin, Gallant after the game says it's a minor lower body injury, which is good, but it reminds me of the Shesterkin situation, and Shesterkin's still not back yet. The good news is I truly do believe that with Panarin, it will be minor. And again, the fact that the Rangers have this light schedule coming up, good timing. And I wouldn't expect to see Panarin versus Vegas. It'd be amazing if he does, but I expect Panarin out for that game. But maybe he comes back for the Wednesday game next week against Montreal. And if he misses that one, no big deal either, honestly. Maybe he won't play until the 27th versus Detroit. So Artemi Panarin leaves the game in the second period with a lower body injury. Keith Kinkaid was in net for the Rangers. So Keith Kinkaid gets his first start with the Rangers this season and played pretty well. He did. The first goal he gave was a bad one, no question. But he did what he had to. But the star of this game is Kakko. Kakko gets 2 goals and gets the game winner with not much time left in the game. A little over 2 minutes left. Kakko scores the game-winning goal on the power play as he took over for Panarin on that first power play unit. So good to see Kakko contribute in a big way. He was needed, and he came through for the team. Philip Hedl was a healthy scratch, which I agree with. Now, do I like Greg McKegg, who replaced Hedl? No, not at all. But the point is that maybe Hedl being a healthy scratch, maybe it gets him going. I would expect him to be in the lineup against Vegas for many reasons, but especially with Panarin now potentially out. And I think either way, I think the plan probably would have been to have Hedl return against Vegas. So hopefully this gets him going. But I actually agree with it. But like I had said, he had not been playing well. Maybe he starts producing now. Libor Hajek again in the lineup. And with Lundqvist, I'm hoping that he maybe returns versus Vegas. Like prediction-wise, I don't think Shesterkin comes back for that game. I don't think Panarin comes back for that game. Lundqvist is a different situation. It's apparently a non-COVID illness, but I don't know. That one will be interesting. I hope he returns because Libor Hajek, he actually did save. So Kinkaid has a puck trickle by him, and luckily Hajek was there to stop the goal. So credit, deserved there, although usually the puck is in the Rangers zone. When Libor Hajek is on the ice with Patrick Nemeth, usually the puck is in the Rangers zone. And so, but he did save a goal in that situation. And then the Rangers take a penalty. They call a slashing penalty on Ryan Lindgren. But during the Coyote power play, Adam Fox gets hooked. The Rangers eventually end up with a power play. Unfortunately, though, it's a shorthanded goal for the Coyotes. Not great work by the Rangers, number one. Like in that situation, like the Rangers power play did come through in this game, but they didn't really do a good job there. And what happens is the main blame does go to Kinkaid as Louis Eriksson scores his first goal of the season on a puck that just trickles by Kinkaid. Very similar to the one earlier, which Hayek stopped from going in. This one does go in. So this looked like it was going to be a disaster in many ways, team-wise, Kinkaid-wise, but the second period was better. The second period was definitely for the Rangers by far best period of this game. They did not play well in the first, and the Rangers did not play well in the third either. But in the second period, they do tie it up as Kakko scores from Zibanejad and Kreider. So Kreider, it would be the first of 3 assists in this game for Kreider. So someone who's not known for that. Kreider passes it to Zibanejad, and Zibanejad takes the shot. He needs to do that more often, and Kakko is there for the rebound. You got to go to the hard areas, and that's what Kakko does. And so that ties it up right there. And that was big because at the time, Panarin was already lost for the game. Or we didn't know he lost for the game, but he would not return. We go to the third period, and the Coyotes were the better team. The Coyotes were absolutely the better team. What also happened, which didn't help matters, Jacob Trouba takes an absolutely stupid penalty at the end of the second period. There's no time left, or essentially no time left. And Trouba just high-sticks Clayton Keller. And that was kind of a battle all game long, to the bitter end, actually. But Trouba in that moment needed to just calm down there. It didn't come back to bite them, but just not smart. The Coyotes would score about a little before the midway point in the third period. Clayton Keller scores. And this was a bad job. I'm going to specifically call out, and I go, Ryan Reeves just kind of fell asleep on the play. Ryan Reeves, I think Keller was his man, and he kind of just stopped skating, looked at the play, and Keller scores. Rangers couldn't get the puck out of the zone. And so that fourth line, now that it didn't have Goodrow on it, or, they kind of had to juggle the lines with Panarin out, it makes it worse. And what happened was, I don't believe McKegg or Reeves saw the ice after that goal. So they basically rolled 3 lines after that because Panarin was already out, like I said. So no McKegg, no Reeves, and deservedly so. So they were just rolling with the Zibanejad line, Strome with Lafreniere and Hunt, and Goodrow with Rooney and Gauthier. So speaking of Rooney, he draws a very important penalty. It's interference on Phil Kessel with about 7 minutes left in the game. And this was kind of a weak call. Like, if I'm a Coyote fan, I'm not loving that call in that situation. The Rangers do take advantage of it as Mika Zibanejad scores. So that's now 2 goals in 3 games for Zibanejad. Not 2 goals in 3. 2 goals in 4 games for Zibanejad. So hopefully, I think he's getting a little bit better. I still think there's a lot more there, but it's a little bit better. Assist to Fox and another one to Kreider. And Kreider provided a good screen on that play too. So 2 assists at this point for Chris Kreider. Then a few minutes later, it's a too many men on the ice penalty on the Coyotes. That's what losing teams do. Just an inexplicable penalty, and the Rangers score again on the power play, and it's Kakko. Second goal of the game for Kakko with a beautiful pass from Chris Kreider. 3 assists for Kreider. And Ryan Strome gets the other assist. So Kakko, the hero, with the 2 goals. And the Rangers do a great job after that goal. They really shut it down. Coyotes have no chances to tie it up. And at the very end, and we've seen this a lot for the Rangers, where at the end of games, there's a lot of physical activity going on. And this time, mainly, it started out with Trouba and Keller, and then it was Lindgren and Kessel were just kind of in a wrestling match at the end of the game. But, I think with the Rangers, they are playing worse lately, no question. If they can somehow beat Vegas, I'd be very, very happy. Because I'm really not expecting it, but if they can, that would really be brilliant. The one thing that works to the Rangers' advantage is that the Devils do play Vegas the night before. So I think you may have somewhat of a tied Vegas team, but I think the Rangers are also going to be pretty banged up on their own, coming back, from, playing at Colorado and Arizona. Pretty quick turnaround as well. There's been a lot of games. So hopefully the Rangers, put up a spirited effort with Gallant behind the bench against his former team. I'm sure Reeves, he was in Vegas. I don't know how much it's going to mean, but I hope it means something. But the Rangers, they are finding ways to win. That's the prevailing thought, is that it's not pretty. And I think this is a game, really, if you're a Ranger fan, you shouldn't be happy. Look, you're happy they won. You're happy about Kakko. But this was a bad game. This was not good. If they play like this, they're going to lose. It's just because it was the Coyotes. They play like this, they will lose almost every single time. But they do win, which is good. And now they head home, like I said, to take on the Vegas Golden Knights, a team that is playing pretty good hockey. And it will not be easy. That's a team that can score goals. The Rangers are going to have to defend particularly well. This is a team that has a lot of balance throughout the lines. And, they get production from their defensemen as well. Like, you are going to have to play a good defensive game. I would expect Georgiev in net for that one. Would be pleasantly thrilled if Shesterkin plays, but I don't expect it. Same thing with Panarin, but we'll see what happens. The Rangers are able to somehow hang on and beat the Coyotes 3-2.